Hello everyone, this is JC De Guzman for our daily top 5 gainers and top 5 losers analysis for September 9, Monday. This is in preparation for the next trading day on Tuesday. And three reminders as always. Number one, this video is for short-term trading purposes only. Secondly, if any of these 10 stocks begin at a price lower or higher than the dominant range that you're about to see, and if you happen to be interested in trading the name, make sure that you request for that particular stock's latest trade in volume distribution and true market sentiment charts in our private clients forum. And lastly, before you push the test buy button, make sure that you, number one, the 10 SMACD combo must be valid, ideally speaking. Number two, the momentum power indicator must be bullish. And lastly, you should be satisfied with your reward to risk ratio. And ideally speaking, the last price should be closer to the immediate support than the immediate resistance for you to get a better or an attractive reward to risk ratio. Remember what I taught you during the Evergreen strategy in trading and investing in the Philippine stock market seminar. And if you attended it already, make sure that you regularly brush up on your handouts. Okay, so let's begin with the first stock in our list. We got Now Corporation. It rose today at 3.69. 3.69 per share. Support is at 2.88. Resistance is at 4.25. The 10 SMACD combo remains valid. Foreign investors, on the other hand, registered a net foreign selling worth 3.10 million. It's not a significant amount. Now, RSI is closer to the classical overbought level, less than 7 points away from entering that level. Risk level is already extremely high, like I said in the previous video. Okay, so now the positive DMI is still moving above the negative DMI, and the tides are in favor of the bulls for Now Corporation. I like the towering green volume today. It's not just higher than the 50% of the stock's 10-day volume average, but it's way higher than the 10-day volume average itself. The 100% higher than the 100% of the 10-day volume average. So that's in support with the bulls. Now this is the dominant range with respect to the closing price of 3.69. The dominant range is between 3.69 all the way to 3.9. All in all, that's a bullish momentum power indicator because that's closer to the intraday high than the intraday low. The true market sentiment today is neutral. It's neutral. Now, my overall sentiment for Now Corporation is bullish. Two reasons. The 10 SMACD combo is valid and the momentum power indicator is bullish, plus this towering volume, which signifies that there's a probability for the ascent in price to continue for as long as you should be fine for as long as you know where your trailing stop loss is. So if you have had Now Corporation, you can top up within the dominant range or simply hold your position. Now, if you don't have a position in Now Corporation, graphically speaking, I would say that you already have a bigger potential risk than your potential reward because the last price is already closer to the immediate resistance than to the immediate support. So the underlying question now is, are you satisfied with this kind of reward to risk ratio with respect to the position of the last price with the immediate support and immediate resistance? If your answer is a yes, then you can go ahead and do a test buy within the dominant range as well. If not, you're better off watching Now Corporation for now. And by the way, this is not a newbie friendly stock anymore because of its extremely high risk level. Okay, next, BPI. It closed today at 92.7. Support is at, we can adjust the support level right here at 86.6. Resistance is at 95 pesos per share. Okay, so foreign investors registered a net foreign buying worth 110.5 million pesos. The 10 MACD combo is already valid. RSI is in the neutral territory. It's upward sloping. Risk level remains low. The positive DMI is hovering the negative DMI, but ADX is still below 25 points. So that's not a confirmed strong upward momentum yet. And based on my observation, that will only happen once BPI breaks above the resistance at 92 point, no, not 92, but at 95. Once it breaks above 95. I like the perfect bullish alignment of its three simple moving averages, by the way. The dominant range of BPI with respect to the closing price of 92.7 is between 91.7 all the way to 92.7 itself. So that's closer to the intraday high than the intraday low. So all in all, it's a bullish momentum power indicator. The true market sentiment is neutral, but my overall sentiment is still bullish for BPI because of the valid 10 MACD combo in the bullish momentum power indicator. For me, this means that the ascent in price is still more likely to continue. Should BPI decide to be a contrarian for that bullish data-driven sentiment, make sure that you know where your trailing stop loss is so that you're not clueless just in case BPI decides to go south. So I'm bullish on BPI. Next we got GTCAP. It closed today at 921 per share. Support is at 850.5. Resistance is at 972.3. I also like the perfect bullish alignment of the three simple moving averages. The 10 MACD combo remains valid. Foreign investors registered a net foreign buying worth 11.7 million pesos today. RSI is still in the neutral territory. It's upward sloping. There's still more room for GTCAP to test the resistance at 972.3. Risk level remains low. The positive DMI is hovering the negative DMI, but ADX still below 25 points. It gives GTCAP more room to inch closer to the resistance. The dominant range of GTCAP with respect to the closing price of 921 is between 918.5 to 922 pesos per share. The dominant range is closer to the intraday high than the intraday low. So all in all, it's a bullish momentum power indicator for me. The true market sentiment is neutral. We can feel the risk-averse stance of the top 10 brokers with that neutral true market sentiment. But overall, I remain bullish on GTCAP. What reasons? Two reasons. The momentum power indicator is bullish and the 10 MACD combo is valid. So if you still have GTCAP, you can also top up within the dominant range. Now, if you're planning to enter a new position, you already have the two bullish signals. All you have to do now is ask yourself if you are satisfied with your reward to risk ratio. If it's a yes, then you can go ahead and do a test buy as well. For both of you, make sure that you know where your trailing stop loss is with respect to your risk percentage. Reminder, if and when you have spotted signs of a weakening upward momentum, such as what? Such as a bearish momentum power indicator, make sure that you adjust the percentage of risk applied in calculating your reward to risk, your trailing stop loss when that happens. Okay, preempt your trailing stop loss then. So I'm still bullish on GTCAP. Next, we move on to Abacor. It closed today at 0.89. It continues its ascent above the support at 0.87. Resistance is at 1.09. And the 10 MACD combo is still valid. Foreign investors registered a net foreign selling worth 1.5 million pesos. RSI is in the neutral territory. It's upward sloping. Risk level is already extremely high. This is not a newbie-friendly stock anymore. The positive DMI is still moving above the negative DMI, but ADX still moving below 25 points. Therefore, it's not yet a confirmed very strong upward momentum. Not yet. The dominant range is between 0.89 to 0.92. All in all, it's a bullish momentum power indicator for me. Why? Because today's intraday low of 0.89 is still higher than last Friday's closing price of 0.87. So whether the dominant range will position itself closer to the intraday low or to the intraday high, it's still going to be a bullish momentum power indicator, provided, of course, the other three criteria are also bullish, like what? Green candlestick, volume should be at least higher than the 50% of the stock's 10-day volume average. What else? It should be, the VWAP should be, or the last price should be higher than the VWAP. Okay, so in this case, but let's take a look at this one. VWAP is 0.9, but last price is at 0.89. So let me withdraw that bullish momentum power indicator. Good thing I spotted the VWAP. Meaning to say, the momentum power indicator for Abacor is bearish already. It's already bearish. Last price is below the VWAP. So we prefer to see the opposite of that for us to have a bullish momentum power indicator. So that bearish momentum power indicator seems to agree with the bearish true market sentiment today. So if you still have a position in Abacor, even though the 10 MACD combo is valid, I suggest that you hold your position. Don't top up yet. And if you are planning to enter a new position, I suggest to postpone that plan until you see a bullish momentum power indicator. Review your handouts for lessons number 2 and 3. 2 and 3 on your handouts. I'm talking to those who attended the Evergreen Strategy Seminar. Okay? It's not enough that the 10 SMACD combo is valid. Of course, the momentum power indicator should be bullish as well. Okay? So postpone those plans of topping up and entering a new position until the momentum power indicator is bullish. And ideally, the 10 SMACD combo should remain valid. Okay, for now, that's my advice for Abacor. Next, we got VITA. It closed today at 1.28. Support is at 1.04. Resistance is at 1.4. The 10 SMACD combo remains valid. Foreign investors registered a net foreign buying worth 1.9 million pesos. RSI is in the neutral territory. It's upward sloping, meaning to say there's still more room for VITA to test the resistance at 1.4. Risk level remains moderate. This is still good for newbies. The positive DMI is still moving above the negative DMI, but the ADX is still below 25 points. So this is not yet a confirmed strong upward momentum. For one, the three SMAs are not yet aligned in a perfect bullish position. Actually, they're still in a perfect bearish position at this point. Meaning to say, VITA has more resistance levels that needed to be broken. That need to be broken. Okay, so there. The 10 SMACD combo is valid. The momentum power indicator is bullish. If you'd like to top up, you can also do that. If you're planning to enter a new position, your two technical signals are already bullish. All you have to do now is ask yourself if you are satisfied with your reward to risk ratio. If not, you would rather wait for a pullback or buy on breakout. Okay, so I can answer that question for you. You have to ask yourself, are you satisfied with your current reward to risk ratio? If it's a yes, do a test buy. All right, next we got tech. It closed today at 11.8. Support is at 9.86. Resistance is at 15.85. I'm still seeing a perfect bearish alignment, and we're going to get a bearish momentum power indicator as well on tech today, especially that we got, just because we got a red candlestick. The 10 SMACD combo remains valid. However, RSI is in the neutral territory, but it's already, again, downward sloping. Risk level is already high. This is not a newbie friendly stock anymore. The positive DMI is still hovering the negative DMI, but I would say this is not a bullish signal at this point. So the dominant range with respect to the closing price of 11.8 is between, where's 11.8, closer to the intraday low. So between 11.62, yeah, 11.62 to 11.8. So for me, all in all, this is still a bearish momentum power indicator indeed for tech. But the true market sentiment is already bullish. What does that mean? Let's take a look at this one. It seems that there was an interest to buy the dips a while back, this today near 11.8. So, however, we're not going to imitate those deep pocketed traders because there's still a chance for the downtrend to continue. So we would rather monitor tech for now and just entertain the idea of doing a test buy once the momentum power indicator is bullish. So if you have tech and if it's still trading above your trailing stop loss, you are better off holding your position for now. Do I suggest that you preempt your trailing stop loss? Not yet. Not yet. If it's still trading above your trailing stop loss, I don't see any alarming thing on the chart of a tech right now. So just hold your position, but don't average down. Don't top up. Now, if you're planning to enter a new position, don't pursue that plan yet. Wait for the momentum power indicator to become bullish. Next, we got CHP. It closed today at 2.72. Support remains at 2.33. Resistance is at 2.88. Foreign investors registered a net foreign selling worth $500,000 pesos. The the 10 MACD combo remains invalid for 2 weeks already, almost. RSI is in the neutral territory, but it has been in a downward sloping pattern. Risk level remains moderate. And the negative DMI is still above the positive DMI. Seems that CHP is showing some struggles in terms of trying to break above 2.88. Let's see if it will repeat the historical pattern that which I cited in the past two videos, whereby I talked about CHP. What did I say in that video? That every time it drops between 16 to 18%, it rebounds. Let's see if it will repeat that historical pattern again. But for now, we have to be risk averse on CHP. If you have a position on CHP, you're better off holding your position, but don't top up yet. Or, by the looks of this price movement, I do hope you already executed your trailing stop loss last week on CHP. If your trailing stop loss got hit already, okay? Now, don't enter a new position yet on CHP, even though I stated that historically speaking, it rebounds once it drops between 16 to 18%. There's no absolute guarantee that history always repeats itself. Sometimes it forgets history. Sometimes, okay? So the true market sentiment is neutral. So I've given you already my advice for CHP, by the way. So next, APX. It closed today at 1.18. Support is at 1.06. Resistance is at 1.27. The momentum power indicator is bearish. And the 10 MACD combo is invalid. RSI is in the neutral territory, but it's already approaching the classical oversold level. Risk level is moderate. The negative DMI is still hovering the positive DMI. So that's still in favor of the bears. The true markets, the dominant range is between 1.18 to 1.22. It's still closer to the intraday low than the intraday high. It's a bearish momentum power indicator, like what I've said. The true market sentiment is also bearish today for APX. So no buy signals, no top-up signals as well. So avoid APX for now until the momentum power indicator at least becomes bullish. Next, PX. It closed today at 3.84. It went below the previous support at 3.86 by two fluctuations. So it's two fluctuations below 3.86 right now, making that previous support as its current resistance. Support is at 3.4. The 10 MACD combo is already invalid because the last price is already trading below the 10 SMA. I'm not going to mention the net foreign because it's insignificant. RSI is in the neutral zone, but it's downward sloping. Risk level remains low. The positive DMI is hovering the negative DMI, but ADX, let's see, ADX is already below 25 points. So there's still a possibility here for the price to recover its previous stance or previous position above the current resistance at 3.86. But let's take a look at the trade and volume distribution. The dominant range is between 3.84 to 3.9. Yes, that's closer to the intraday high than intraday low. Therefore, there's a chance for PX to regain its position, but because of the red candlestick and because the last price is already below the VWAP, it's going to be a bearish momentum power indicator. So there's a 50-50 chance right now. The other side is in favor of the bears. The other side is the dominant range is in favor of the possibility for PX to regain its position above 3.86. So a better way to attack this interpretation is to be on a wait and see mode on PX. For one, the true market sentiment is still bearish, meaning to say the top 10 brokers did not see anything, did not see significant something today for them to buy the dips of PX by a significant level. So it's all the more that we, retail traders, should be on a risk-averse mode as well. In layman's terms, if you have PX and if your trailing stop loss has not been hit yet, hold your position but don't top up. And if you don't have PX, you're better off staying that way. Don't enter a new position on PX yet until the momentum power indicator becomes bullish. Okay, next we got MRC. MRC closed today at 0.315. Support is at 0.30. Resistance is at 0.37. The 10 MACD combo is already invalid because the last price already dove below the 10 SMA. RSI is in the neutral territory, but it's downward sloping. Risk level is already moderate. The negative DMI is hovering the positive DMI. So there's a chance for the support to be retested near 0.30 in the case of MRC. The dominant range is between 0.305 to 0.3 rather, 0.3 to 0.315. That's closer to the intraday low than intraday high. All in all, it's a bearish momentum power indicator. No top-up signals, no buy signals. True market sentiment is neutral for today. My overall sentiment is bearish for MRC. So again, no top-up signals, no buy signals until the momentum power indicator becomes bullish. So there you go for today's 10 stocks, 10 updates for 10 different stocks. Let me invite you again, if you have not attended the Evergreen Strategy Seminar for trading and investing, make sure that you secure your seat before it's too late. So we're getting closer to the September 28th seminar in Makati. That's the last Saturday of the month. Okay, so it's going to be from 10 in the morning until 5 in the afternoon. For 6 hours, I'm going to show you the A to Z of my trading and investing strategy, from stock selection all the way to the execution of the selling plan. So visit our website and click on seminars. Again, my name is JC De Guzman, and I wish you a disciplined and a profitable trading day ahead on Tuesday. Bye for now.